I just heard that you could change the color of the lights on my computer. So there's blue, there's green, there's yellow, there's pink, there's cyan. Oh no, what is this? My computer's in danger. I knew I should have bought a different brand computer. No, why did I buy Alienware? It got a virus. It's gonna self-destruct. Help, help, help.
This video is brought to you by Alienware, featuring Intel Core i7 processors. Start gaming.
Yo guys, back into the video. Today, not today, I'd say about 3 weeks ago, I got my brand new gaming PC. It's a Alienware Area 51 R2 and it's actually pretty fast. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna unbox it, obviously, which I've already done, but since I'm filming this 2 weeks after the unboxing, I'm actually recording this footage with it, so yeah. Then I'm gonna do some benchmark tests on Minecraft. I'm comparing it to my 2 other computers. Now the reason why I bought this computer is because my old one kind of broke, got a Trojan horse. I don't know how it broke, but don't ask me. And it has a pretty good old graphics card. I bought it in August 2015, I think, September? August? I know. And it uses graphics card that's made in 2007. I'm crazy and I have no idea why I chose that. But back then I was just using it to play Minecraft. Most of the time with mods, and it still runs pretty solid at 60 frames, so hey bro, rip. More of that later. Let's get to the unboxing. Hello? You coming? No? Whatever, bye! So, there it is! Let me just tell you, it's really big, okay? Let me just prove that it's really big. It's, seriously, I have no idea how to explain it. Tell me this is not big? I don't even know what to say about this. Oh. You know what? I'm talking too much. Let's just get to the unboxing of this, okay? So I've got a knife in my hand, so if an intruder comes, I could actually kill them right now. Nah, just joking. Okay, so let's go unbox this thing. No, of course I'm not gonna do that. It's dangerous. Don't try this at home. What? I could have sworn I never lived in Rockdale before. What? How did that? It says Rockdale right here. Am I going insane? Are you guys seeing this? Wait. Is this some kind of joke? How did I get this? I remember it shipped right in my house here in Riverwood. But now you all know where I live. So anyways, I'm just gonna remove this sticky tape using this knife. Okay, so I could actually just use my bare hands right now, but I don't want to do that. And then remove this. This is gonna be a long process. I gotta push more. Come on! I go to the gym too less. I need to exercise more. Hey! Okay. Okay, it's almost down. Finally! Kind of came off there, but anyways. So let's get to... Yep. Of course there's more sticky tape down there. What do you think, huh? Let's go ahead and put that down. Okay. This is frustrating me out. Just get this over with. This is why you should custom build your own PC. If you don't, just don't buy it in a box. Sticky tape problems. At least we can now slice this in half. Kids, don't attempt to do this, okay? I'm actually 12 right now, so if you attempt to do this, just make sure you're 1 and above. Then you can use a knife. Otherwise, just tell your parents. Okay, this is done. Now let's. Oh my goodness! Oh, finally, this thing finally came off. Let's see what's inside the box, shall we? What the heck is this? What? Is this meant to be a stabilization foot? God, I don't know. Just put this aside for now. Oh, good lord. Okay, so we've got the DPN, the 040CM, made in China. Are you? No, I just bought a computer that was made in China. Of course. Okay, so let's move on to the unboxing. This is I have actually no idea what it is. This is VGA, DVI. Get this over with. We all use HDMI right now, or DisplayPort. I use HDMI just because my monitor couldn't support it. It's made in 2010, so what is, this is a mouse. Let's see how this mouse is. Okay, very interesting. This mouse is crappy as hell. Let me just get this, this pretty shiny. I'll give you that. But, although it's shiny, I don't think it's better than this mouse. So, I think I'm just gonna use this mouse for now because, you know, it's more comfortable if you hold this one. You can, like, move around more. And this one, I mean, it's shiny. I could give you that, but, you know, let's just put this up here for now. And, we'll check that out. I mean, we won't check that out later and we won't, like, use it, but, I'll just leave this as a spare in case this one broke. I hope it doesn't. That would be really bad. That's, like, $70. So, I'll leave that one around, but, I really prefer this mouse. Alright, let's get back into the box. So, what's this? I have no... Okay, it says Alienware. Okay. Don't tell me this is a PC, because look at this entire box. This is, no, I have a feeling that's the keyboard now. Okay, more sticky tape. Okay, that's not sticky tape, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's just get... don't tell me this is another... especially if you're holding it with one hand. I have to hold the camera in another hand. Oh, that's also this... Is this actually a keyboard? Did I actually get this right? Holy crap, this is a keyboard. Wow. Wow, this actually is really fancy. Wow. Wow, this is actually... this keyboard is actually so freaking cool. I might trade this in for my other keyboard, which is the one above. I mean, the one above is only like $25, so it's not that good, but look at this. I don't even know how to express myself. This is awesome, dude. So, let's see what else is in the box. Bunch of instruction manuals. Are they? Yeah, these are the instruction manuals. So, I'll just put away here. And, more instruction manuals. Don't need them. What is this? Hey, cool. It's a power plugger, I guess. Power supply charger. Thing. Okay, okay, well, it's definitely related to power if it has like a electricity port. So keep that in mind. So yeah, definitely is. So let's get to the PC itself. You're wasting your source battery. You don't have to carve this out. This could have taken you 10 years. But there's one in this side too. What the actual freak, man? Okay, let's just get rid of this. Oh, God. Is there actually anything inside? No. Just a bunch of stuff. Why do you need this? Another... What is with my luck today? Well, hold on. This one actually has a... Really? You seriously want... It's just a piece of cardboard. Who would want that? Okay, so, here, finally. We have the PC itself. Isn't it just gorgeous? Just remove this lid. I can't. Whoa! Oh, this looks amazing, dude. Let's just get. Oh no, I've got to take this out first. It's gonna take a while. That thing was tremendously heavy. As you can see, I have to like tip the whole box sideways because it's just if I put like upright by the way I got it out of the box I'll probably have a broken back already. So not another nightmare. Now let's pull this out. Oh, it just dropped on the kit tin before. Okay. Hopefully there won't be any scarves there. Please be alive, PC. Oh, I'm actually risking my life right now. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on. I'm breaking out in sweat, just so you know. This is how heavy this thing is. Why has humanity done to deserve this? It's 28 kilograms of steel. Seriously. I mean, seriously, it's better than that, but seriously, this is just so freaking heavy. I can't talk about this now. Come on, bring it up right. Oh God, no. God, why is it so hard to bring it up? It's just not natural. God freaking damn it, Alienware. Stop making your PC so heavy. How am I meant to build this up right? I gotta think about this for a moment. Okay, so it's actually pretty easy if you put it upright. But it's just that I was using one hand and I was holding a camera, so camera. But still, I don't think I could live without cameras. Still, but okay. Wow, look at this PC though. Let's just take this seal cover off. That sound though. Okay, so it's pretty shiny. Let's go set this up. Okay, so I finally got my PC into where I want it to be. Well, so I tried fitting it here, but as you can see, it obviously won't fit. Look at that. Look how much is that going out. I'm still breaking out in sweat after that 5 minutes. I'm trying to get that PC out of the box. So here, so I can't fit this PC into this box. Otherwise, I have to put it sideways, which I don't want to put it sideways, so I just put it over here. It's actually a pretty bad spot. It blocks out the room over there, so well, not necessarily blocked out. But seriously, look at this. My recording studio is a mess right now. Look at all these components that I've unboxed out into. This thing is, I don't even know how to explain it, dude. If I weren't allergic to screwdrivers, I'll actually open up this PC and look what's inside, because it's, I don't know, it's just so freaking heavy. Got these stickers, got these cables that you can plug into, which I'm gonna use the third one here because I'm a HDMI user. Now you might be saying, why are you using an HDMI? You should be using a display port. It's freaking 2016. Well, check this out. My monitor literally have like no display port, so I use HDMIs. HDMI works fine for me. I mean, this is only like a 19. Oh, what did I just drop my webcam? Okay. So this is only like a 1920 by 1080 monitor. So it doesn't need it doesn't need display port. I mean, HDMI is working fine for me. So just use my HDMI. So let's get this baby going. Okay, so take this out. Okay, so let's just plug it in back here. So I'm holding up the camera right now, so please don't judge how I do stuff. So where's this meant to go? What? Here, I actually am surprised right now. Why did I have to put all the ports here instead of like this? I think it's called the back panel. So why do I have to put it over here? I just don't know, okay? So I'm just gonna plug this in, which is almost impossible for me. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Why is there two? Wait, seriously? Why do you need two of them? Oh, okay, it's for multiple displays. I thought anyone was just being dumb. Okay, so let's just plug this. Oh God, not this again. Come on. Ah. Yep, plugged in, so it's now connected to my monitor. Let's go plug everything else that's from that component into here. So I'll be back. Okay, so everything's plugged in right now. So here you go. I've actually plugged in two keyboards, which I absolutely don't need. So I'm just gonna remove one of those cables. Which I'm gonna remove them later because look at this. This is literally a mess right here. But I hope it actually works with two keyboards. Actually, I might have to put this one out. So let's just plug the most important part of a computer, the power cable. So it looks like it's over here. So let's just put this in. Okay, good. Okay, so now one last step, and this is going to fully work. Let's plug this in. Okay. How do you... is this a 15 amp port? Please don't tell me this. Why can't I plug this in? Why? Am I doing something wrong? This is not working out for me, good, dude. Okay, just plug it in. Okay, finally. Thought it was gonna mess my whole job out on the last step. So the power button is actually the alien. So I'm just gonna press that and enjoy my day. This is gonna be so awesome. UFO launch in 3, 2, 1. But oh, it's booting up. Oh, the lights just lit up. Why isn't my monitor? Oh, 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 yay. Look at this. Wouldn't you just look at this? Oh, this is so cool. My new PC. So I'm just gonna set up this computer right here. So what country I am in? I'm in Australia. Yep, you're right. What's your preferred app language? I prefer English, United Kingdom. What keyboard layout do I use? I use US. I think that is QWERTY. Yeah. So what time zone you're in? Yep, +10. That's correct. And next, here's the legal stuff. Up. Look, I'm not gonna read through this. Look how long this is thing. Okay, so you can read it if you want, but you have to pause several times. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you. Just leave in the comment section below what you've read, okay? Because I hardly got any time to read through this, so I'm just gonna click accept. I haven't read through this, but Alienware, please don't watch this video, please. Accept. Get going fast. Change these at any time. Blah 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 blah. Okay, just use express settings. Hold on. Customize the settings. I mean, I'm not a PC expert, but let's just go. So I'm in the customize setting page. So just first to send that to Microsoft. I mean, why not? I mean, if my PC blue screens, I mean, Microsoft can solve this, couldn't it? I'm not, I have problems. So let apps use your advertising ID for experiences across apps on, okay, whatever. Let Skype if install, well, it will install this. Help you connect with blah, 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 okay, whatever. Turn on find my device and, what? So just, I find my iPhone? But, Apple, why do you use, I mean, why do you let my Windows use your stuff? It's not good, dude. So blah blah blah, I don't care. So I'm just gonna turn them all on. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna press next. Connectivity and error responding. Okay. Well, they will sound, yeah, let's just go next. So restarting in a moment. So have fun over there, dude. So it's telling me to make Microsoft account. So I've already got one. So I'm just gonna type it all in. So I've just entered my Microsoft account. I have to skip that part out because I don't want you to like look at my email. Because if you do, then I'll have like thousands of spam emails. So I have to skip that step. Sorry about that. So create an account for the PC. So I'm just gonna use my name. Not really my name. Just gonna type it in. There we go. So I'm gonna enter my password. Yeah, of course I'm gonna skip this step. What do you think? Alienware updates. So you're telling me this version of Windows has been infected with Alienware. Good job, dude. So I'm just gonna use my PC, well, not my PC. It's my name and all this stuff. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we've done that. So we're just gonna click next. You know what? These moments take like 10 hours. Okay. Oh, hi. Why, hello there, dude. We're happy you're here. Thanks. Thanks for the welcome, dude. Lots of great features to get excited about. Okay. Like what? Is that it? Okay. I don't really know. I just want to have sex with Cortana. So, just shake on it. It's getting 10 hours to load. Seriously, what's wrong with this? This is meant to be really fast. I don't know, dude. And it's still on the screen. Okay, I'm ready. UFO launch. This is definitely hijacked with Alienware. It changed my desktop background. I'm just gonna back off. Whoa! Please don't adopt me, fellow alien. It's cool. So let's just look at this on PC for a moment. So let's just see like what it comes with. So this is very creepy, dude. I don't know if you're seeing it creepy, but for me, I'm like creeped out already. So why does it come with Steam? Here, listen. I feel like that I'm still using the same computer because all I look at is my monitor, not my PC down there. So the same thing happened when I switched from my old PC, which is like my semi-custom build one, to this small one over here, where I broke it. And this is actually a temporary, but because I was going to custom build another PC, but I changed my mind, so this was a temporary one, but now it became a permanent one. I bought it off for like $500. So, it still feels like I'm using the same computer, dude. I'm confused, dude. So, complete your software installation. Whatever, I agree. I don't... Hello? Can I want to click it. There we go. So, how cool is that? This thing over here actually uses 8 times more energy than this thing. I don't know, man. And I go figure, since it's using Windows 10, it still uses the same desktop. So it just feels like I just changed my desktop background, removed all my apps here, and just refreshed all of this, just customized it, okay? So, I don't know. My brain still says, no, you can't run Minecraft on this thing. It's not gonna happen because, this thing wouldn't run Minecraft. It only runs about, like, 30 frames in minimum settings. With normal settings, it only runs, like, 15, which is unplayable, dude. So, that's why I bought this. So I'm just gonna, put everything to this, to, like, install all of my lifetime apps and all that sort of stuff on my desktop, not on my desktop, my whole hard drive. So I'll be back in a while. Maybe in like 3 days? 4 days? See you then. Okay, so just before we get more into my new Alienware Area 51, I got a lot of computer history here that I want to share with you. So you might be wondering, what was the first computer that I used, and how has this evolved to getting my new Alienware Area 51? Well, it all started back in early 1998 in China. My dad bought a new computer along with an internet modem as he needed it for his engineering career. It was an old Dell Dimension that was built back then. So the computer had a Pentium 2 processor, 233 MHz, 64 megabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of hard drive, Dell's 17-inch monitor, 1024 by 768, and had Windows 95 built in there. Windows 95 was the operating system that changed the world. It got a whole new interface, and now it does not need to be ran on DOS, which, believe me, is kind of a nightmare. So my dad used it for engineering, and my mom will occasionally use it, but not for much. My dad did not remember the price whatsoever, so I can't really tell you what it is, so I'm sorry about that. So about 4 or 5 months later, Windows 98 came out. It was basically a bit more of a modern version of Windows with USB support and a quick launch feature added in, so you could enter apps with one click without needing to access the start menu. My dad upgraded to Windows 98 2nd edition after because he was a bit sick and tired of the Windows 9X series, so about 10 months later he upgraded to Windows 2000. Windows 2000 was way more stable than Windows 95 and 98. It was based on NT and contained a lot more features. And no real-time DOS. So it was way more cooler than it was. Now, another year and a half passed, and Windows XP came out. Windows XP was another change to the world. Windows XP to 2000 was literally like Windows 95 to 3.1. It had a new theme, and good lord, what can I say more. But there was just one problem. The computer didn't meet the system requirements to run Windows XP. Now, you might think that my dad would be pissed, but he wasn't at all. He didn't care too much about upgrading, even though he's already upgraded his computer 3 times, and Windows 2000 working fine for him. I mean, he could just get a new computer, but he's only used his computer for 3 years, so it doesn't matter that too much for him. So he kept on using his computer till 2007. Now, 2003 was the year that I was born, so it means it was the first computer that I've used. And yeah, I know, that picture's kind of embarrassing. And it got some suspicious Chinese writing. Don't judge. So yeah, I've kept on using the computer until I was 4, well, technically 3.5, and yes, I know what the heck you're thinking. Neither one of these photos look like what I look like now. But just deal with it. Okay? Good? Yeah. So during 2007, my dad decided to get a new computer as Windows Vista just came out and the computer's just so obsolete. So the new computer was a Dell Precision 690 with an Intel Xeon processor 5110, 2GB of DDR2 SD RAM, and an NVIDIA Quadro NVS 285 with a 256GB SATA 3GB per second 7200 RPM hard drive. It also came with a mouse, keyboard, and speakers, as well as a Dell E207 WFP monitor at 1680 by 1050. He bought it off for 12,000 Chinese yuan, which equals to approximately 2,500 Australian dollars. That computer was pretty top of the range back then, and you could run Windows 10 on it. Now let's just say that my dad did have a few regrets with Windows Vista. Come on, load, you dumb shizer. Load! I don't want to warn you a second time. Just load! Oh, I've been waiting here for like 3 years. Come on. Just do it. Just need to run this program and... Oh, come on! Come on! Just load. Craphead. Just load. Come on. I don't want to wait no further. Just hurry up, Windows Vista. Hurry up. I just need to play some Minecraft to calm my frustration down. Mother! So he kept on using his computer for around a year, while my dad decides that we'll move to Australia. So he had to leave his computer in China because you can't really bring computers into airplanes. They don't really work. Airport workers actually don't like bringing you in it, so you can't bring them on flights, so whatever. So anyways, while we go look for a new computer in Australia. I mean, my mom still has a portable computer with her, but you know, we need desktop. And just so you know, I'm not allowed to play on my mom's computer because he's greedy, so whatever. So since my dad is a fully blown Dell fan, he went to the Dell store and looked for computers there. What he ended up buying was a Dell Vostro 400 with an Intel Core 2 quad, 2GB of DDR2 SD RAM, 256GB of 7200 RPM hard drive, and an NVIDIA GeForce 8600 GT with 256MB of VRAM. You also got a 22-inch Dell E228 WFP monitor with a price tag at $2,000. Now, the computer could either come with Windows XP or Windows Vista. It was a long debate. Windows XP was old and dull, looks like an old guy on meth. But Windows Vista? Would you just hurry the heck up, will ya? Hurry! But my dad decided to go with the Windows Vista path because it's newer and it has longer support. It was an upgrade to Windows 7 a year later. Now I've actually tested Minecraft on it recently since my main computer just got a blue screen of death and I had to let it rest for a while. And it runs pretty solid at 60 frames per second with everything set on low, and 30 frames per second for medium settings. Both the precision and the dimension still in China, with the precision upgraded to Windows 7 later on. And back this January when I went back to China, I secretly upgraded to Windows 10. It's still smooth, but it's slow. I've also tried to boot up the 1998 dimension, but something's wrong with it, and it won't boot. And I understand that since it's 18 years old, and if it was a human, he's now allowed to vote, so I had to leave that out of the way. Back to the Vostro. The Vostro was my dad's main computer. I had to share an account with my dad back then. Now, that was the time when I became a gamer. And just so you know, I was 6 back then. I was literally 6 in kindergarten when I actually became a gamer. But not a hardcore gamer, since I'm so little and I can't really play that hardcore games, so I would go on random Chinese gaming websites such as 4399 and 7K7K. I also like playing tanks, an old version of Shell Shock Lives. Well, not really. In the game, you would want to kill other tanks by using various weapons. The game is made easy, even if you set tanks to very hard difficulty, as they could only use small missiles to shoot you. After there is only one tank remaining, you would come to a tab where you can buy more ammo or upgrade your tank. Since I was so used to my dad's computer, he created another account for me a year later. That was also the time that my dad got a memory upgrade to 4GB. And then after another year, I got my own computer. Since Dell was our family favorite, we decided to buy 2 Dells, one for me and one for my mom. What we ended up buying was a Dell Inspiron 15 with an Intel Core i3 390M processor, 4GB of RAM, 320GB of 5400 RPM SATA hard drive, and an Intel HD graphics built onto the processor. My mom had the same computer, but with an Intel i3 380 processor, since he only uses it for entertainment, looking up websites, doing work on it, blah. Both of them came with Windows 7 Home Premium. The graphics card was integrated, so I thought it was gonna do Minecraft 2 years later really bad. But when I played it, it was surprisingly not. It runs 120 frames per second on low settings, 70 in medium, and even on highest, 25. Then in late 2014, when I decided to run mods, that's where my problem came in. With 20 mods in it, with medium settings, it only does about 20. I can't let that happen, so I thought about buying a desktop computer, but there was nowhere to fit it. This time I thought, instead of buying a PC, why not buy a Mac instead? So I went to the store on Christmas Eve, as there are major discounts then. So I bought a mid-2014 Mac laptop, along with an iPad Air 2 and an iPhone 6 for my mom. The new computer had an Intel i5 4278U processor, 8GB of RAM, Intel Iris 5100 and 256GB of SSD, and came with OS X Yosemite. It runs Minecraft minimum settings at 250 frames per second, medium settings at 100, and high at 40. And there was absolutely no problems with handling mods either, because back then I only used 20. But since 20 is not enough to spice up my game, I thought of doing 200. So I started looking everywhere, Planet Minecraft, Skydaz, Minecraft forums, such and such, and I found about 80 mods. When I tested it, my Minecraft is running quite slow. So I asked my dad if he could buy me another computer. He said no. But I still had that $20,000 that my parents gave me for surpassing selective, so I decided to buy an iMac 5K from the Apple Store. So in order to actually pwn my Minecraft, I need a really good graphics card. There was a base model out there which has an Intel i5 4690K processor, 8GB of RAM, 2TB hard drive, and an AMD Radeon R9 M395 graphics card. But in order to actually run Minecraft on it smoothly, I had to upgrade the processor to Intel i7 4790K, 32GB of RAM, and an R9 M395 graphics card, which cost me a total of $5,300. My expectations did not let me down at all. With lower settings in Minecraft, it runs 1531 frames per second, 784 in medium, and 323 on low. With my 100 mods mod pack, it only quartered the frames, making it still decent. Now, I found 100 more mods from more websites, and the frame rate did not drop. Well, probably a little bit, but unnoticeable. Then I found out about Optifine. Optifine is a plugin that's added to your Minecraft that improves your frame rate, and it actually makes more video settings. So I've installed Optifine, but there was not really much frame rate change. The only thing that actually changed my gameplay was it could show how many frames you are running without having to press F3. In July, when I tried to install iOS 9 beta on my iPad using my Mac the dangerous way, not only has it destroyed my iPad, it has also destroyed my Mac. So I decided to reset both hard drives, and that's where my second trouble came in. Some plugin didn't install on my Mac properly, and it only runs 5 frames per second on lower settings. I tested it in other games, and it was working just fine. I couldn't figure out what's wrong with my computer, so I decided to straight on sell it. I tried to buy an iMac 5K with the same configuration, but since some people in my school was bullying me for using a Mac, I was forced to buy a PC this time. Many people at my school told me that to build my own PC, so I bought components off PCPartPicker.com, and I gave them all to my mum's old high school friend, a guy who works at a computer shop, to assemble it up for me, since I'm allergic to screwdrivers, but don't ask how. This time I decided to not go to the top of the range, since I wanted to save up this time. So on this PC I used an Intel i5 4460 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of solid state drive, the video GeForce 8800 GTX, and with a total cost of $1,200. I've also got an AOC E2437FH monitor for $200, a $70 mouse, and a $10 keyboard from him. Now, the problem with that PC is, it came with the dreaded nightmare operating system, Windows 8. Well, at least it's Windows 8.1. If it actually came with Windows 8.0, I don't know. I'll probably suicide, like Ubox HD said. It does 413 frames a second on low settings, 234 on medium, and 65 on high. With mods, it does 109 on low, 65 on medium, and 31 on high. Then that computer broke because of an unknown reason, with a fried motherboard, a roasted graphics card, and a wrecked CPU. So from there, I decided to build another computer, and while I wait, I'll get a temporary PC. So I got an ASRock mini PC with an Intel Atom 330 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabytes of solid state drive, Windows 7 Home Basic built on, and no graphics card. In fact, there's not even a graphics card in the CPU. Graphics is literally all focused on the CPU itself. But then I changed my mind, and I got a non-custom built PC. So I bought that mini PC off for $200. Sorry I said $500 in earlier this video, I meant to say $200. So anyways, I decided to look for more Dell gaming PCs since it's our family favorite. However, they don't have any. The best PC for gaming is actually the XPS 8900, which has a maximum graphics card of GTX 750 Ti, which is obviously not enough. So what I ended up buying was the Alienware Area 51, which was bought by Dell as well. So the specs that I chose for that computer was an Intel i7 5930K processor, 32 gigs of RAM, dual NVIDIA GTX 970s, 256 gigabytes of solid state drives, along with 4 terabytes of 7200 RPM SATA hard drive. Windows 10 built in. I actually expect this computer to last until the end of my high school career, so hopefully this thing better be good. So here's a brief recap of all the computers that I've used. Let's find out what this thing is capable of doing. So it has been 3 days and 3 hours. So my PC's hard drive is all set up. All my lifetime apps are in there. Why do I even call them lifetime apps? I'm an idiot. And since about like 3 days ago I didn't tell you the specs of the PC, I'll just tell you now. It has Intel i7 5930K processor, has 32 gigabytes of RAM. Don't bother, I'm a really hard memory user. So it has 256 gigabytes of solid state drive and 4 terabytes, which I hardly doubt I'll use half of it, of hard drive. It has 2 NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970s. So I think that's all the specs that I have to tell you for today. So I'm gonna do some benchmark tests today, so like gaming tests. I'm gonna do a lot of Minecraft tests compared to this computer and on my Mac laptop back in my room. So let's start off with this bad boy. Not really bad, but performs low. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention is I just made this desktop look as similar as I can to this PC's. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just gonna shut this PC down and actually I want to do a startup test on all 3 of my computers first. So let's just power off this PC. Let's update and shut down. I actually have updates. So it's shutting down. Oh, I forgot about this. I'll be back in about like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So this computer is now turned off. Let's do some comparisons to this PC right here. All cables are now in place. Now let's turn on this PC and start our first Minecraft gaming tests. I'm just gonna do Minecraft on this one. Minecraft and a Steam game, a Geekbench, and a Wi-Fi cable. No Wi-Fi. That I don't think that's a dial-up, but this whatever cable it is, speed test thing. So I think this thing's having a bit of a problem booting up. I'm not sure where the problem is, but every cable from this computer has been plugged into this computer, but I think since the monitors used to this now, I didn't think it could support an older PC any longer. I actually don't know what's going on. So, I think it's just between my Mac laptop and the Alienware now. Sad. So from there I decided to do a startup test to see which computer could boot up the fastest. Notice the Alienware Area 51 is getting an unfair advantage right now since the MacBook has all the programs installed in it. So the Alienware started up the fastest. Now let me just log them both in now. So let's start out a login test. And so it seems like the Alienware's first. And MacBook taking its time there. Okay, so both of them has booted up. Alright. Now, moving on to our Minecraft gaming benchmark tests. This will be a comparison between my Alienware and my MacBook Pro. Now, since this was recorded more than a month before this video was edited, I had a lot of spare time, and in that spare time I did some tests with my dad's Dell Vostro 400 and my old Dell Inspiron 15. Now, I will do some tests with my old iMac 5K, the ASRock mini PC, and my custom built PC. But both of them has been long gone, so I couldn't do any tests with them. I tested out low, medium and high settings on each computer on super flat, default and amplified with both vanilla and modded and compiled them into a graph. Without further delay, let's get to it. Okay, so this is my Mac laptop, or MacBook Pro to be scientific. What's wrong with me? So this thing has an Intel Core i5-4278U processor. It has 8GB of 1600 DDR3 RAM. It has Intel Iris 1536 megabytes, and it's got 256 gigabytes of solid state drive. So this thing is actually has pretty high specs, but it's nothing compared to my new PC. Exactly nothing. So let's do some Minecraft tests with this not PC, this Mac, okay? So this Mac, at the lowest settings with absolutely nothing, no smooth lightning, animations I think were still on, but there's no animations here, so never mind about that. It does 290, 297, 292, 295, 291. I'm gonna say it's about, it reached 300. I'm gonna say it's about average of 292, let's say. And it reached 300 frames per second on one tick. So let's write this down. So for the highest graphics settings, I bumped just the render distance, because why not, to 32. So that's about it, because bumping the render distance lags a lot, especially if you're putting it 4 times more. So let's see how this thing fares. So at the highest settings at a super flat world, this thing has dropped like 3 times. It's doing about 75, 69. Oh, 69. Ooh, you know what this means. 71, 73. Oh, my lucky number. I'm gonna do an average of 70, and I think it was a maximum of 75. I'm gonna leave it to the editing. So I just had this idea of it's gonna display nothing but a piece of blue. So what I did here is I TP'd myself 1,000 blocks in the air. So this thing, this way, I could see nothing. Maybe the moon and the sun, perhaps. And also, but a piece of blue. And this could get my frames up. So, and it did. Look here, 316. I mean, all 321. So I mean, it's supposed to show nothing, so it's supposed to be faster. But it did get a tiny bit faster. I'm gonna say an average of 315 with a maximum of, I think it was 325, but I'm gonna leave it to the editing as well. So let's switch the gears to using a default world now. So it does still it does pretty good. So still it does pretty good. I can't even tell the difference between 30 frames and 60 frames. My eyes a bit, I don't know what you call it. So anything above 30, it doesn't even matter, as long as it's above 30. So let's see. It has a frame of 260 something. It dropped down to 231 just then. This is a hard decision. I am going to say it's at an average of 255 with a maximum of just then 276. Alright, switching gears to the default settings right now, so this thing still does pretty good. I mean, seriously, it's a laptop. So it does 159, 60, 56. It does pretty good. So I think the average 162 was the maximum. So I'm gonna say about average of 155 and then top speed of 162. So I just bumped the render distance to 32 right now, and I don't even know how to make this thing specs go down. It's still doing a solid. It's going down now. I think it's because the chunks are generating. But 57, 49. This is very hard to decide what the average is. I'm gonna leave it totally to the editing because this thing I can't determine the frames. I'm gonna rate this an average of frame rate impossible and a maximum of frame rate impossible. Shake on it. So switching gears to the amplified world now. Now amplified worlds are meant to slow down your computer like crap, and it's only for like fast computers that could support it. But look at this. It's not. In fact, I think it was more than the frames on the default world. Look at this. It's not dropping. It's meant to drop your computer like 10 times the frame, and apparently it didn't. So, are the rumors on it false? So I'm gonna say it went up to 254 just then. So it's doing an average of 245. So I'm just gonna say, yeah. So with normal settings, now this is meant like in our default world, it went down only like a slight little bit. Now this thing is going down like 4 times, no, 3 times. See, it just went down to 69 frames. You know what that means? So it's doing 105. No, it's unstable. I'm gonna say it's doing an average of 80, 90, and maximum 105. It has been like 30 seconds already, and the chunks I think was broken. See, look, and the frames didn't drop at all. It's only like, it went down 69 again, and didn't 66. So it's pretty low. I'm gonna say an average of about 70, 75. It's pretty low, but I'm gonna say an average of 70 because just because, and maximum I'll leave it to the editing. Okay, so now moving on to our modded thing now. So this is a mod pack called Experiment 73, and with the 73 in the last 2 numbers, you know who it's made by, don't you? No? Okay, so this is a mod pack that's made by me. I saw a website that I didn't like copy all the mods into, but I look at a lot of mod reviews, so go figure, I'm weird. So I just booted into this world, so yeah, so it's doing about 124, 127. So I'm gonna say an average of 120 something. No, it's doing 125 now, so 128. So I'm gonna do an average of 123. 1, 2, 3. Learning kids how to count. Yay. Okay, I went ahead and made this into normal settings, and I mean the frames only dropped by like 30%. It didn't drop like that much. Still doing like 90. 90. I just saw like it was pretty high at the beginning because the chunks were still loading, so it only goes up to 98, 99 at most. So 100. So I'm gonna say an average of 97. And actually 98 because it keeps on going at 98. So I'm gonna say an average of 98 and a maximum of 100. 101 actually. So with the highest settings I could ever find, it didn't drop that much actually. It's at 32 frames. I mean, the chunks are still loading, but I've waited for like a minute now, so the chunks should be alright now. So should be at 32. So it's doing at 80, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 79. So I'm gonna do a maximum of 82 and an average of 80 because wait, let's just say 72, 82 I meant. Okay, so there we go. And just doing a sky test right here, so no blocks to load. It's actually doing 144. It's only a slight increase from that super flat in the ground with the lower settings. This is the lower settings, by the way, because even if it's not in the lower settings, it will still be same frames because it's got no blocks to load. Except for the sun and the moon, but no one really cares about that. So it's getting 135, 6, 5. Hey, this actually didn't increase from the default world. It only did like 130 in the default world, was that? So just went to 137 there. So I'm gonna say an average of 135 with a maximum of 138. So switching gears to the default world type now. I mean, it's not that. Shut up, sheep. It's not that high, and it's not that low either. I mean, it's still like only 20. Shut up, sheep. So it's only 20 frames below with super flat worlds. It's doing 114, 115, 112, 15, 13. So I'm gonna say an average of 113 with a maximum of, I'll leave it to the editing because I'm stupid and don't look at frames because I talk too much. So I just booted this world again in normal settings. It's not doing too bad. 72 again. I repeat this. I can't even tell the difference between 30 and 60 frames. That's just how bad my eye is. Maybe I play too much video games. I can't even see. So it just went down to 56. I think it's doing an average of about like 68 and a maximum of 74. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. So I've given about 30 seconds for the chunks to load. It's still not doing too bad. I think next time I think I have to wait for the chunks to like generate faster, so I could like look at the frames. I have to wait like a minute, but I don't have that much time. So I'm doing about 50 something actually. I'm gonna do an average of 60 frames per second with a maximum of 62. I think that was what I saw. Unfortunately, I was unable to do an amplified world test using my mod pack, since my version of a mod called Biomes O'Plenty has disabled it. It was disabled since Biomes O'Plenty added in a biome that was very similar to that, but with a higher frame rate. Sorry for any inconvenience, but let's move on to the Alienware tests now. Okay, so I just booted into my Minecraft world. I don't know how many frames it has first, so I just created a new world. Then I teleport myself like 200 blocks up in the air, so like that will like increase the frame rate because all you're looking at is like a piece of blue sky and wherever you look 360 times 360 whatever you look. So and then like I quit the world, then I turn on the frame rate meter, and then I booted in the world again. So I'm actually curious to find how many frames this has. So okay, so 3, 2, 1. What is it? What? Does that actually say 4,000? This thing roasted my iMac 5K. Seriously? I mean, seriously, my iMac 5K was like at the bottom of the world. So but seriously, I think I found the ideal PC. Alienware, you have succeeded me. Oh my goodness. Does that even read right? 4,317. Oh my god. Oh my. I don't even know what to say about this, dude. This is amazing. Thank you, Alienware. So I've just went down into this super flat world. So like the bottom of the world, not like the bottom, but you get what I mean. It's still doing 3,000 frames. I don't know what to say about this. So it's doing 3,000, 3,732. Oh my goodness. I think I found the perfect PC. So this thing, dude. This is. I don't even know what to say about this. So it's doing an average of I'm gonna say 3,050 with a maximum of 3,102. My god. So I've just put the 32 frames. So you can actually see this village right there. See that? So it's doing an average of. Oh my goodness. This thing has finally given up. And has finally decided on, you know what, I can't take this no more. I'm taking like 100 frames. He's just bullying me right now and my brain is hurting. So, but still, you're still doing pretty good. Oh, you can see the clouds right here in that right now. Oh, so, I'm gonna say an average of, oh god. So I'm gonna say an average of, 110 with a maximum of, once again, leave it to the editing. So I've just went into a default world in a snowy biome. I don't even know. So it's doing this thing, dude. It's doing an average of 2,600, I'll say. This thing is actually really unstable. So the maximum it's going up. So it went up to 2,814. So I'm gonna say it does an average of 2,650 with a maximum of 2,813. So I've just set this to normal settings now. Look at this. It's still. Oh my goodness, this thing is awesome. So it's doing 1,230 average with a top speed of 1,236. This thing, dude. I know I keep on saying this, but Alienware, thank you for supplying this computer, even though I bought it for $5,000. It's so expensive, and if I was to build my own PC with the exact same specs, it will only cost $3,000. But seriously, look, it's still doing an adequate amount of frames. So thanks, Alienware. So yeah. Let's write down the results. So I've just put this thing to the max settings. And it's, oh my goodness. I feel like I'm playing on my Mac right now. Oh god. This went down to like 76. Oh no. So it's doing an average of about 80, I guess. I'll say 80, and with a maximum of like, I think it was 86. I'll have to leave it to the editing again because I am a freaking butthole who doesn't look at my monitor at times. So I'm gonna say 86, but I'll leave it to the editing. So I've just put it into this amplified world, and I thought this was meant to slow my computer down a lot. But look at this, it's actually faster than if I'm in like a default world. Are the rumors even true? So it's doing a maximum of 2,907 and 3,000. What the heck? I thought this was meant to slow your computer down like 10 times, and it's not doing its work. So I'm gonna say maximum of 3,090 with average of 2,950. So I just set it to normal settings, and it's slowed down by like half of the frames, but it's still doing pretty good. Not half, but about like 40%. So it's doing I'm gonna say goes up to 1,750. And I'm gonna say the average is 1,740 with a maximum of 1,750. So with maximum settings, it's still, my goodness, it's a search of 66, 70, 69. Ooh, nice number there. Oh, so since the chunks are loaded now, so I'm gonna say I'm at maximum 70 because chunks are still loading, and see this frame slowing down, and eventually it's gonna get slower than 60, and it's gonna be very bad below 60. But I still couldn't tell the difference between 30 and 60. So I don't know. So maximum. Oh my goodness. See, this chunk is generating right now, and look at this. It's only going like 52, 54, 55. I see how Amplified World slows down your computer now. And look, the ocean is now loaded, and this has gone down to 48. I'm gonna just let this sit there for a while, and I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes and see how many frames it does. See you there. Okay, so so I had to look at this so when the world's like loaded frames, so I can't judge by the 70, so it's only doing an average of 45 with a maximum of 47, I think. Actually 48. So I see how Amplified World slows down your computer now. So I just got mods loaded, and so I'm on the top of the world, so not top of the world because there's no top world in the Minecraft, so currently it's doing about 647 frames, 637. It does a top of 648, I remember, and I'm gonna say an average of 620 because it just went down to 590 back then. So yeah, 620 frames with a maximum of 648. So now I'm on the ground level. So this did not actually did a bit, but still doing 620, 624 maximum. So I'm gonna say this thing does an average of 610. No, that just went down. So 600, okay? Because that just went down to 506. Actually, yeah, 600. So yeah, 600 with low settings. Very low settings actually. Lowest with the animations. So 600 with a maximum of 624. So I just enabled this to normal settings with fancy graphics because I don't know what is wrong with me. So it's doing, it's half of it now. Not really half of it. 45% of it. So it's doing 353, 330 something. So it went down to 353 was the maximum. I'm gonna say the average is about like, no, it just went. Okay, I'm gonna say 346. Very random. So I just switched this to 32 render distance. I think the chunks finished loading, did it? There's a lucky block there. Alright, so I just saw this house pop up, so it hasn't finished loading yet, but it's doing 191, 202. It's loading right now though. So 205, so it's maximum 205, that is. So I can see there's a village down there that has been loaded into 32 frames. So 196. So I'm gonna say an average of 200 actually. So I'm gonna say an average of 200 with a maximum of 208. So I've just booted into this default world, and it's doing 25% less than in super flat, but it's 500. I just saw 529s and 540 actually. So I'm gonna say an average of it was 400 back then, so I'm gonna say an average of 400. Actually 500. Yeah, 500. Yeah. So with normal settings on a normal world, it's not doing too bad. I mean 228. I remember I couldn't tell the difference between 30 and 60. So anything that's 30 plus is fine for me. So I'm gonna say 225, 56, 58. I don't know. Yeah, maybe an average of 240, That just went down up to 260, so I'm gonna say 260. Like 240. So default one has just been loaded with 80 something frames. Went up to 95 back then, but chunks are still loading, just keep that in mind. This is actually doing better. I mean, I think it's because the chunks aren't really fully loaded yet, so I'm gonna say it's doing on 90, the maximum of 83, 99, okay, 102. So doing the maximum to 102, and I'm gonna say an average about 85, 90. Okay, 90, that's my final answer. So there you have it. This is the final graph of frame rates on each computer. If you want to compare your frame rates, be sure to install Optifine for vanilla tests and my mod pack for modded tests. Link will be down in the description below. Now, before we get to our final segment of this long video, here's a bonus clip of the history of Windows operating systems according to me. Let's start. So it all started with Windows 1.0 or MS-DOS Executive, released in 1985. It was Microsoft's first graphical user interface. It could do multitasking and was just more user-friendly than MS-DOS. However, the operating system was pretty buggy, but sure, it was worth the $99 back then. Now, it was 2 years later that Windows released Windows 2.0, which was faster, had better graphics, more memory support, and support for overlapping windows and less bugs and crashes. But that's really much about it, and if I was living back in 1988 and already had Windows 1.0, I wouldn't upgrade since there isn't too much change. Another 3 years has passed and Windows 3.0 came out and had a new program manager, less pixelation, even better graphics, support for 16 colors, and had more icons, and was legitimately a huge success. It was just so good of an improvement, no one would not want to get it. Then Windows 3.1 came out 2 years later, had even better graphics, had a BSOD that users will understand what it means, bug fixes, and had start and shut down sound effects. Windows NT 3.1 came out shortly after, which does not need to be ran on DOS, and had support for high-end engineering. Windows 95 came out on August 24, 1995, and was the operating system that made computers more popular. There was a new start menu, taskbar, and was a huge, gigantic, big fat success. It sold 7 million copies in the first month. It had support for the internet, had a whole new desktop, had the time on the bottom right corner, more multitasking, and it was only $200. In my opinion, it should be $500. I'll still buy it. Windows NT 4.0 came out for the NT platform exactly 1 year later and had the same GUI as 95, but was more stable, support for more RAM, and was more for business user. It was also pretty good. Windows 98 came out 3 years later with a quick launch bar, support for more RAM, support for a USB drive, less bugs, and was more modern and overall a good operating system. Windows 2000 was released 2 years later and was designed to replace Windows 95 and NT 4.0. It was easier to use, more reliable, and was more compatible, and had a little gradient going on at each Windows top, and was another good operating system as usual. Windows Me came out around half a year later than 2000, had more programs and had system restore, but was total dick shizer. It had a lot of crashes, and it was even worse than Windows 95. I decided to test Windows Me on a virtual machine to see how many crashes it does, and it does one almost every 10 minutes. Seriously, Windows Me? Screw you. Now, Windows XP came out a year later. It was cooler than any other operating system in the world. It was another change to the world and had a 64-bit version. It was faster, more beautiful, and was just everyone's dream operating system. It was even easier to use and stable than 2000, and it was just such an improvement. Now, Windows Vista came out 5 and a bit years later. It had more security, had a better transparent look, and had almost twice as much features that there were in Windows XP. Now, in cases of compatibility, speed, and stability, Microsoft went backwards. It was not compatible with stuff, slow, and crashes more. Sure, it was better than XP, but if I was living back in 2000, I will not upgrade from Windows XP to Vista. Well, unless it's free. It was another 2 years later that Microsoft released Windows 7, where it was more laptop friendly, such as more wireless capability, and removed the quick launch feature, but somehow transformed that into the taskbar. It was faster and had more features, and as of 2016, it was still used by over half of the computers worldwide. Now, it was then another year that Windows 8 came out, which was optimized for tablet computers, had a new Metro theme, and was a horrifying experience. Totally horrifying. There was no start button on the bottom left, and had a start screen instead of a little start menu. It was also slower, less compatible, less stable, painful, and was very bad in general. It was so bad that people forced Microsoft to release Windows 8.1, which was still horrifying, but not as much. It reintroduced the start button, more enhancements, more compatible and faster, but still had that horrible start screen. The start button was so bad that when a guy made a software called Classic Start for his own computer, it was forced to be released to public, and that software got thousands of downloads in no time. After that Windows 8 nightmare came Windows 10. Microsoft skipped Windows 9 to cause less confusion with the Windows 9 X series. It reintroduced the start button, had a bit of a new look, many enhancements, and was optimized for whichever device that was running it. This was the operating system that made everyone happy, including me actually. And that was the history of Windows according to me. Let's get to our final segment of this video, which will be the inside look of the Alienware Area 51 and my final setup. Alright, so it has been 3 weeks and 4 days to be exact, and I want to show you my new setup. So there, as you can see, I've actually spun that whole desk around because that way when I capture video, this webcam will actually point towards this. So this is what the webcam will see, but if I didn't spin the desk around, this is what the webcam will capture. Which there's a little curtain over there, and there's boxes, which makes it an unfair image. So if I spin around this way, as you can see, hopefully I got this right. So as you can see a little bit of the chair and a whole white background, which is awesome. So I just realized the other day, this thing doesn't require too much screwdriver. In fact, you could just use like a knife to unscrew this screw. So let's take you a tour of the inside of the computer. Let me just get this screw undone and I'll show you the inside of this computer. So I've just unplugged all the cables from there. As you can see, this is an even messier mess right here. So to undo the computer, you actually have to ground the system board first, which you could just press this for 5 seconds. And then back here, you take this knife and you unscrew it. Now, I can't do this with one hand because I'll probably hurt my fingers while doing it, so I'll be right back. And so from this moment we can just pull it out and this will automatically come out, and look what we've got here. Yeah, so look at this view. Looks pretty fly. We've got our CPU cooler here. It's an Alienware cooler, and got our RAM channels. It's 32 gigabytes, and inside is our i7 5930K CPU. We've got two GeForce GTX 970s. We could actually plug these two in for like one more over here, because they're only dual slot, and this thing actually supports up to 3 of these 970s. So I'm probably not gonna get another one because 2 is already very powerful. I could run Minecraft at 4,000 frames per second, as you can see. So there we've got ourselves our power supply. I think this is the Alien FX connector, which connects up to here. Got our fan. Yeah, so this view is pretty fly. So let's go look at the other side. So now we pull this out, and this side will come out like this. So we've got ourselves hard drive slots. We've got ourselves a solid state drive over here. Now I'm probably gonna add one more in. probably 2 months from now, because this drive is almost getting full. So I'm probably gonna add another 256 gigs and add it up on here and format that SSD to C drive, which I need a little bit of help in because I'm not too good with storage management. I actually have no idea what this is, but it connects up to here. So I assume that's the USB connector. See, as you can see USB over here, but I still don't know if this actually because I'm not too experienced with computers. I have a decent knowledge, but I'm not too experienced. I don't work at a computer factory. It's got an optical drive here, and we can fit two more HDDs, but I am obviously not gonna fit them. So I said it was 3 weeks from now, right? I haven't even used 100 megs on this. Yes, I haven't used 100 megs. And this is 4 terabytes, right? I've actually used more storage on this drive, which I probably used about 200 megs. Good lord, don't judge me here. I'm a heavy storage user, so used about 200 megs here now. And I've only used 100 megs here. So don't judge me. So I'm definitely, I won't probably get them for like 3 years. This is, I mean, 4 terabytes. Oh, good lord, I can't even use half of it, dude. I can't even use like 1/30th of it. So definitely not gonna get a new hard drive soon, unless it's free. But the same hard drive will cost $300 if I put it up here again. So not gonna get a new hard drive. So yeah, that's the inside of the computer. So here's my final setup. There's the PC, of course. Bunch of lines connecting up to the monitor. AOC E2437FH, headphones, Beats Solo 1, mouse, Logitech G500S, keyboard, another mouse, webcam, Logitech C920, another webcam, Microsoft LiveCam 5000, and then I'm also gonna get a new microphone, because since I don't have a microphone anyway here. It's gonna be an Audio Technica 2020. I haven't heard anything about it, so yeah, that's my full setup. So there we go. We've came to an end of our Alienware Area 51 unboxing. And good lord, this video is gonna take like so long to upload. Anyways, the only benchmark tips I've done on this video is Minecraft benchmarks. So if you'd like me to do more benchmarks on my computer and compare them to my other computers, just leave a comment down in the comment section below. Other than that, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all in my next video.